Hi Tesla fans, I'm Ellie with T-Sportline. Welcome to another episode of DIY, do-it-yourself, steering wheel removal for the yoke. But before we go ahead and show you how to go ahead and remove the yoke steering wheel, which actually is quite easy, I want to talk to you a little bit about the yoke itself. I'm a Model S owner. I have a brand new Plaid. It has the yoke steering wheel, and quite frankly, I'm not a fan. While it's super cool in the beginning and something that we've never seen before, something that we've never driven a car like this before that has a yoke steering wheel, once you get over how cool it looks and how different it is, and it's very like a video game, I think in real world driving, it just doesn't do the trick. You know, making U-turns, losing control, there's no grip up here. It's awkward at times and quite frankly, a little scary at times. So personally, I'm not a fan, and I know that a lot of you are also not a fan of the yoke steering wheel. And T-Sportline has been working really hard over the past 2 months doing extensive research and development, engineering to complete the wheel. Yes, T-Sportline has reinvented the wheel by allowing you Model S and brand new Model X owners to have the yoke steering wheel removed and replaced with our brand new 360 wheel. So here it is, how exciting. This is our new 360 wheel. It fits perfectly on all brand new 2021, 2022 Model S and Model X refresh that came with the yoke. It starts off its life as a true, real Tesla steering wheel, a yoke, and through our process, we have gone ahead and offer now a completed wheel. So I'm going to bring Oliver into the frame here. He's going to tell you how easy it is to remove it. Just really takes a few minutes, starting off with 3 very important simple tools. You need a breaker bar, you need a 10mm Allen socket, and a small flathead screwdriver. So let me get Oliver in here right now. He'll show you how quickly and easy it is to remove it. Yoke out, 360 wheel in. Here we go.
So here we go. We're going to remove the yoke wheel and we're going to put on the 360 wheel. So first things first, you start off with a small flat blade like jeweler's screwdriver, and you have these access points, one behind the wheel here and the same on the other side. So once you found the hole on the left side and the right side, you get your small flat blade screwdriver and you make sure it's flat, so straight across, not up and down, horizontal. You push it in and you'll feel a resistance. That's the metal release bar to release the airbag in the middle. And on the yokes, this isn't the horn, this is just the airbag. So you push it in and you'll see it pop. You'll see the airbag move and it pops out. You've got a release in the 3 corners, so the top left, the top right, and the bottom middle. Once you've done one side, you come around, you do the other side, you push down, and then the airbag comes out. Sometimes you'll struggle and you've only released the top 2 clips. If that's the case, just repeat the steps left and right and do one of these maneuvers on the metal bar. So push on the bar like this and you'll see it pop out. So you pull the airbag towards yourself, rest it in one hand, then you'll see a yellow clip and a brown clip plug. On the yellow clip, you'll have a clip at the bottom and one at the top. So what you do is you pinch them together. So you pinch the top one down and the bottom one up and wiggle it. So you wiggle it backwards and forwards. So once you've pinched it together like this, you'll wiggle it like this and it will come out towards you. It helps release, the wiggle helps release the 2 clips. And you do the same thing with the brown one that's in here. This is for the controls and other stuff. So your next step is you've got to remove the bolt in the middle of the steering wheel. Inside here, you've got a 10mm Allen wrench hole. So you get your breaker bar with your 10mm Allen wrench on. You put it in the hole here.
Like 2-man operation.
I brought in somebody else to help me out. So what I do is I hold onto the wheel, brace it between my legs and put my hand on the center and you push down on the breaker bar and it will pop, okay? Once it pops, you'll be able to grab it with your hand and twist, so you can lose that whole length of the breaker bar. Once you've got it off, once you've got the 10mm bolt out, you grab the wheel and you wiggle them side to side. Some of them get really stiff and you've really got to wiggle it back and forth, but this one came off pretty straightforward. Also with these steering wheels, when we go to put the new one back on, you'll see here, it's what we call keyed in the spline. So you'll have all this spline and then one section in the middle here, which is almost like a double spline. So you can only put the wheel back on one way. It won't go back on like this or this. It's got to go back the same way it came off. So it will always be straight. You can't put it on one tooth off. It's always going to be in the same position. So here's the 360 wheel going on. It's exactly the same to put back on as it is to take off. This part here makes no difference at all. So you've got the spline at the top again. So again, it will only go back on one way. Once it's on, you then put the plug in, the brown plug, into the hole where it came from. Then you get your center bolt again. You put it in and do it by hand. Don't put an impact gun on it. Don't do any of that. Do it all by hand. Last thing you want to do is cross thread your center bolt on your steering wheel. You get it as tight as you can get it with your hands. Then you bring in your breaker bar. You put it back on the wheel, and then you just pull up on the breaker bar. Hold the wheel, brace it between your legs, and pull up on the breaker bar till it's tight. Once you get it tight, it's not going to go anywhere, it'll be fine. Then you get your airbag and do the same thing with the plug as you did with the brown plug with the yellow plug. So the yellow plug goes back into the yellow hole here, like that. Then put the airbag back in the hole. Now, with these airbags, you want to make sure on the back here, you've got this socket and this socket here. They go into the two holes either side here, okay? Now, when you push these back in, you'll feel it. It's a really positive click. So, and it's normally one side then the other side. So I normally brace. So one click and then the other click. And that's it. That's your full 360 wheel change.
So that was pretty easy, right? Oliver did a great job, step by step, showing you on how to remove the yoke steering wheel and replace it with the 360 wheel. As you can see, all the original electronics from Tesla, the airbag, it all adapts back to the 360 wheel, and that's because, once again, we started off our 360 project using an original yoke steering wheel. So the buttons illuminate, your blinkers, your lights, windshield wipers, etc. What do you guys think? I would love to hear some comments from you guys. Do you prefer the yoke steering wheel, or do you love our brand new 360? Thank you so much for watching. Many more DIY videos coming your way soon.